Lina and Layne, who previously played together last season, but for a different team, but they're very familiar with each other's play. And Michelle and Ewa being a new pairing, both for each other and for the Chefs. So we'll see if the comfort and familiarity with play style between Lina and Layne proves to be advantageous for them today. I like that speed up from Ewa. I think that was well played, but just didn't quite manage to pull that off. But a really nice first point by both teams here. Wow.
Wow, and already we're seeing two pretty extended rallies to start this one. Very patient pickleball.
Yeah, really good play. The wind's picking up a little bit here, too. Oh, such good hands. Really good defense on the part of Esquivel.
I always love a rally where you get two separate firefights, where there's a reset and then we get it going again.
Totally. It feels like you get a little bit spoiled. What a rally again.
I think there was a scorpion at the start of that, and then it just kept going. It seemed to me that was the first time, too. They were maybe trying to get it to Lina's forehand dink. Most of the dinks so far I've seen going to the backhand of Layne, maybe dinking middle.
Yep. A big yell from Michelle Esquivel with them finally getting a stop. That was a really strong start for the Black Bears, going up 4-0 off their first serve.
And I want to say that was the first rally where both teams did not make it to the kitchen.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see a little bit more kind of earlier aggression on the side of the Chefs to try to maybe not work it up to the kitchen quite as much. We'll see how they adjust. All right, the Chefs finding a rhythm of their own within two.
Let's go, Layne. Let's go, Lina. Let's go, Layne Bear. 2-4-2.
And there we have the first side out. We now had a side out for each team, and the score is already starting to creep up there.
4, 2, 2.
Oh, good hold for the Chefs. No damage done on the side of the Black Bears.
I think we're starting to see Ava take over a little bit here.
Yeah, Ava is a challenger queen.
I had her as my actually MVP last year because she really did a whole lot with the, well, at that time it was the Frisco Pandas, now the Nashville Chefs.
Yeah, she's so solid. It's interesting, actually, when Lina and Layne were playing for Brooklyn Aces last season, they had Lina on the left and Layne on the right. So it's interesting that they've switched that up here and are stacking with Layne on the left. I like that change, especially with Lina's strong two-handed backhand.
There's a sky ball. When you talk about stacking, which is of course a new element this year, so even if there are partnerships that we have seen before, it's a whole new element. We don't know how they're going to handle that. It looks like we were able to track down that ball.
After review the outcall stand. Also 3 counts, 2 free counts remaining, 3 free counts remaining. June play side out 7-6-1.
Wow.
It took her a few overheads, but she got it done on the last one.
Yeah, really good defense, too, for Layne and Lina. Eva was not walking away without that point. Or I guess non-point. All right, so with that, we've got the Black Bears up 6-3 as they change ends. All right, I think, hate to say it, but I think there's a little bit of now or never vibes for the Chefs here. They've got to get at least a couple points on this side out. That third into the net is not going to help them do that, but let's see what they can do here.
And a little bit of frustration showing there.
Yeah. Here we go. Nice play by the Chefs. Wow. I think that caught the baseline.
I think it did, and we saw a quick moment where the Bears looked at each other almost wondering, you know.
Yeah, was it? Yeah. Do we call it out? Did it hit the line?
I haven't heard any yes Chefs chants yet.
Wow, within one, now or never, and they said now.
And it's always interesting to me to see when teams do decide to use the timeout or not.
Yeah, I'm guessing, I'm hoping Black Bears will call one after this if they don't get this stop. Nice reflexes from Lina there. So certainly some scoreboard pressure here with the Chefs within one.
7-6-1. There you go, players. Game 3, time in. 0-0-2. Back out. 0-0-1.
I like that idea for Michelle. Just a little redirect.
8-6-1. 1-0-1. Eight, 6-2. Second serve. Let's talk. 6-8-1. Point. 2-0-2. Right out. 0-2-1. Second serve. 0-2-2.
Wow, what a finish to the longest rally I think we've seen today. It almost felt like how the rallies were back at the start of this match.
Yeah, really grindy point, and Esquivel just shutting that down. Sleeth, I think I heard a little nope yell from her too as
7-8-1.
Layne tried to get her down the line.
Second serve. 2-0-2. Point. 3-0-2. Right out.
Wow! Another grindy point. And the Chefs get that one and tie it up 8-8.
I can confidently say I've never hit that many dinks in a row in my life.
Time in. 8-8-1. 0-4-1.
Ooh, I think a little wind gust there. Maybe in combination with a bit of a skid off the paint.
And it's just always interesting to see the first rally after a timeout.
Yeah.
Come on, Lina. Here we go, Layne. 9-8 serve.
All right, so they didn't get the stop right out of the timeout, but they got it here. So Black Bears in a bit of a now or never moment. 8-9. Nice drive from Layne.
991. 342. Keep talking. There's one. Here you go. Here? 992. 431. Second serve. 432.
Watch it.
Point.
Watch it. You.
532.
You.
Point. Timeout change in. 632. DC.
You.
So Ewa possibly playing an out ball there, but it works in her favor. She manages to just get it by past Layne's backhand.
What a pickup.
Nice little poke from Layne there. It's like the Black Bears are choosing to stay their sides here, not unwinding the stack. Really big hold. Really big hold.
Timing. 632.
You.
Side out.
Huge point.
And another just incredibly long rally.
Second serve.
Yeah, these are not quick, bursty points. We've got really grindy points out in the heat.
992. Point. 462.
And is Esquivel earning the pop-up, and Ewa Radzikowska absolutely putting that one away.
Yeah, big hold on the side of the Chefs. Let's see if they can string together a couple points here.
First team off 9 might be the one to take this.
Timeout DC. 662.
Lina sitting on her backhand, ready for that. Who wants it? Who wants it?
992.
Ooh.
Evan.
Like it, maybe the ball just didn't come up where she was expecting it to.
Yeah. Unfortunate bounce, maybe a little wind.
And still, here we are at 9-9-2 once again.
Yeah, I think you're right that whoever gets to 10 takes this.
After the first couple of side outs, we saw a total of 6 points scored, and here we've been at least 3 or 4 side outs without a single point scored. Wow.
These points are so impressive. So Black Bears first to 10. A really good finish from Layne on that one. We've got the Black Bears fellas kicking off a little bit of a chant to try to get the Black Bears to take this one home. Let's see if they can close out on this game point here. That's wide, and they do it. They do it. 11-9 for the Black Bears. What?
Oh, right off the bat, off the net.
Oh, what a get.
And already feels like a different pace than what we saw in the women's doubles game earlier.
Yeah, for sure. I have a feeling Rafa and Juan are going to try to play pretty fast here. Juan is tall and long and really athletic, and Rafa loves a quick-paced, powerful game. So
think about how grindy those women's doubles game points were. Already 2 winners off of just third shot drives there.
yeah.
Let's go one here, Rafa. 0-3-2. We go players.
Nice serve from Scarpa, getting the Chefs on the board. It's like they're playing straight up. Rafa all over the court on this point.
Oh.
And a really silky, smooth ball from Juan there.
We are hunting for Ernie's. Didn't quite find them, but
Yeah.
able to recover and find the winner down the line.
3-1-1.
Oh, man. That's as good of a lob as you can possibly do, where they could have hit it and they chose not to.
There we go. There's that pace that I mentioned earlier that I thought. All right, we're back. We've got the Black Bears out to a speedy 6-1 lead.
And speaking of speedy 6-1 lead, these teams were quick to get back out after that break. Neither one of them wanted to sit for too long.
Yeah. Yeah, these guys are like, what heat?
Yeah, baby. 2-6-2.
What a dig. And then close from Juan. There have been a few points now where Juan's really gotten very low to the ground to dig a ball out.
There was one shot there from my vantage point. I couldn't even tell which one of them got the save there.
Scarpa said, get out of here with that.
6-2-2.
It was a good hold on the side of the Chefs. Got a little bit of chirping on the side of the Chefs, and there you go,
And
your
there we
first
have-
yes chef.
We were waiting for it. We knew it was coming. We didn't know when it was be, and we now have our first yes chef of the match. There's the Ernie. We were looking for it earlier. That time we found it. And Scarpa, to me, is one of the more interesting players to watch. Just the way he serves, the way his wrist is on some of these dinks.
Now Florida, 5-1-1. Go.
So something that's a little bit different this season from the prior season is the teams on the bench used to switch sides when the players switch sides so that your team is sort of alongside you, but this year we're not having the benches switch sides, so now you've got the Black Bear players with the bench of the Chefs kind of in their ear, and the Chefs are certainly doing a little bit of chirping to try to get in the heads of Rafa and Juan.
I'm in. 5-1-1.
Looked like Scarpa was there. Just
Yeah, he was ready for that, for sure.
6-5-1.
Hey, smart drop, good five.
7-5-1. 6-1-2. DC.
Oh, Rafa. So on that.
7-5-2.
That was a silky drop from Juan. Really good ball. Oh, Scarpa out of nowhere. Good high pressure dink from Scarpa there. Pulling Juan wide. We're knotted up at 7. Wow, and the Chefs take the lead. So we had the Black Bears up 6-1 at the end change, and now we've got the Chefs on a 7-1 run.
And if there was ever a time for a timeout, that might be it, and that's exactly what we're seeing here.
Yeah, the Chefs representing. There's a lot of people over on the side of that bench.
Yes, yes, yes. 8-7-2. Second serve.
So that was a good first point out of the timeout for the Black Bears, but that return goes just long.
Ooh. Unfriendly bounce off the net, but he almost got it in.
Yeah.
Game point.
Wow. Wow, a 9-10-1 run on the side of the Chefs in the second. And we're underway. Quick first point.
1-0-2.
I thought that one was going to make it all the way up here.
2-0-2. 2-8-2.
With Rafa as a lefty, we've got a bit of an untraditional setup on for a mixed game with him on the right. So we've got the ladies across from each other and the men across from each other.
And one of the biggest reasons why so many people were excited to switch back to side out is when you do have a lefty, you do have to unwind that stack.
Yeah, I think it's a really fun element of the game. I'm happy we've got that component here. I wouldn't mind the games being maybe to 15 and being a little bit longer, but we've had some really good battles with these one games to 11, so I think it's a good change overall.
Oh,
That miss hit from Rafa stayed in, but that second one soared long.
Man up, let's go.
2-2-2.
Big play from Brown there.
Point. 3-2-2.
You got it.
9-4-1. Second serve.
Bit of a delayed out call from Rafa there. Layne was already swinging, but still works in their favor. So we've got Black Bears looking to see what they can do on this possession.
a little hesitation from the Chefs, maybe led to a little hesitation from Rafa in turn.
2-3-2.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
10-4-2.
And I know he hit that into the net, but the way he just loads up, gets so low on that two-hand backhand.
3-2-1. Sign out. 4-10-1. 4-2-1. Second third. Second third. Here we go. 4-2-2. Let 4-10-2.
Ball clips off the net, so we'll do a reserve.
4-2-2.
Rafa finding the foot of Esquivel.
2-4-1.
2-4.
5-10-2. Point.
And that's an easy one.
Dig deep.
3, 4, 1.
Oh, what a hustle.
Yeah, close from Layne.
And I'm seeing Rafa driving thirds, driving fifths. Very aggressive style from the Black Bears.
Yeah.
3, 4, 2. Second serve.
Not quite enough on that fifth from Layne.
Next one. Here we go. Bears. Let's go, Bears.
Right out. 4, 3, 1.
Ooh,
The ball thought about it.
it really did. It took a little bit of a walk on the tape there.
Yeah.
4, 3, 2. Second serve.
One is a great play in dodgeball, but doesn't get you anything in pickleball when you catch it. Just a nice little flick there.
It was a really good ball from Brown. It wasn't even that high.
Side out.
Wow, clean ATP.
It's always satisfying when you get to see an ATP, and from where I was sitting, it was just lined up beautifully.
Yeah, he hooked that around really well.
And your final game of this match goes to the DC Pickleball team.
Rafa was ready for that.
And was that a little finger wag?
Yeah, here we go. Maybe the motivation the Black Bears need.
4, 5, 1.
Good aggressive play from Sleeth there.
She was poaching, coming middle, and it looked like they were trying to punish that, but speed up into the net doesn't get you anywhere.
Now Rafa with the same. There it is, 6-5. A finger wag from Rafa. 2 more points.
And that felt like a lot more work to get to the end change than last time.
Yeah, for sure. But as we saw in the last one, Black Bears up 6-5 in the first mixed game. This matchup. Big hold on that point from the Chefs. And another one. So good play for the Chefs coming out of the end change. No damage done. Good yell from Brown. The Chefs are feeling it.
It's always interesting to see, you know, the vibe from the different coaches in these leagues, and Jared seems to be a very, very energetic presence there on the sideline.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, it's in.
Wow. Unbelievable. How is this still going?
Oh my.
Ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. DoorDash is your delivery partner here for MLP.
What on earth did we just witness?
What a point. What a point. The Black Bears come out on top of that, but man, I think the fans won that one by getting to witness that. That was quite a rally.
That's one of those rallies that's so chaotic. You almost forget the score. You forget
Totally,
who was
who
serving,
served,
and
yeah.
you're just getting locked in on the pickleball.
Yeah, thankfully the refs are there keeping
Oh, thank God for refs.
track. The Chefs fire back.
And I'm seeing Marshall Brown maybe come a little bit further over than it looked like at the start of this match.
Yeah, it looks like he's playing a little bit bigger for sure. A little bit of having two forehands in the middle, but they both went for that one, but it worked out for the Black Bears. Quick reminder, this is the first tournament that the challenger teams have been playing. There's been 2 MLP tournaments so far this season, but challenger teams are playing for the first time this weekend. So all the teams are kind of in the process of feeling each other out, feeling out their own play.
And one thing that will be interesting in Challenger League this year, there are not as many teams as there were last year, so you'd have to imagine these teams are going to be seeing a lot of each other.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
What a play from Rafa.
I think Rafa just ran from sideline to sideline
Yep.
on that. Not sure if he touched the line on the first one, but that's as close as I've seen.
Yeah, he's everywhere. Big "that's out" yell from Hewett as we head into a quick timeout with the I think, oh yeah, Black Bears up. Sorry, the score was off for a sec. Black Bears up 9-8. As we take a quick timeout. Chef's not even going to the sideline.
How much are you strategizing in timeouts versus, or how much are you just needing something to shake up the momentum versus how much you just need a drink of water?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I think today. Layne,
Oh my
Layne
goodness.
read that from a mile away. The paddle went up.
The full windup and the full follow through. If that somehow came back, I'm not sure she would have been ready for it, but
Yeah.
didn't come to that.
Good, really good hold. The Black Bears, the Chefs, though, they do not expect them to give up here.
Oh, and you hate to see that.
The Chefs don't hate to see it.
That's true.
Yeah, but it's a tough ball off the tape there.
Uh-oh, Rafa on the wrong side.
Oh, really? That was a really good point. I love a lefty on the left, so I don't mind seeing Rafa over there. But
When was the last time you saw Rafa do a cross-court left-handed forehand dink?
Marshall had those black bears scrambling on that point.
And the Chefs put Rafa in the blender there. I saw a full 360.
Yep. These are fast points. This is a fun, really fun battle.
He did good to get the first one back, but
yeah,
just needed one more ball. The backhand had been holding up well all day so far for Layne, but that one finds the net. We have a game point.
Yeah, she almost looked a little fatigued for a second on that point, which would be very understandable. Let's see if she can dig in and find a little bit of energy to close this out. So really big hold, game point saved.
As emphatic as a hold as you'll see with that put away.
That's long. Some frustration from Esquivel, who's been playing really well this whole game.
And with that, we are in extra pickle.
Rafa doubling down on those points. So 2 points now on the side of the Black Bears. They take the lead 11-10. Game point for the Black Bears now.
Oh my goodness,
that is a big yell. Really big hold.
One more chance at it here.
Oh, wow. Such a good point. Such a good point. Oh. And I'd love to know the ball hovering on the net cord count in this game so far. I think they've all fallen back on the side of the team that hit it.
And Layne shuts down that one.
Yeah, Rafa chirping on her behalf, rightfully so. Layne Sleeth, man, talk about huge improvement from, she was first drafted last year at the start of the season, and she has just been playing so solid.
Nashville will have to defend 2 more game points here.
A little bit of a gust here. Good read from Marshall.
Just stepped in there and almost threw off the timing for Layne on the counter.
Yeah, for sure. Boy, that serve looked long. Yeah, Rafa's.
Maybe asking for a distraction or a hindrance?
I think, that's tough. I think his serve was long, but the team didn't call it, but the sideline, I believe, did. All right, we've got a card being issued on the side of the Chefs for calling a ball out during a live rally. So no replay the net court goes over on the other side in the favor of the Chefs.
And finally tied up at 11 now, at least gives them a little bit of relief. Even on a side out, they'll have at least a bit of a break from having to defend game points.
Oh, wow, and a big serve. Rafa takes a look back at where that ball bounced to see if it possibly been long, but I think that was in. So now the Chefs with a game point. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Wow, and what a reaction there.
Really. Jared Paul possibly rivaling Ryan Harwood on the sideline shit talk, I think, in this game so far.
You know, he's a new entity here on the sidelines, but so far, I think that is a fair statement. And a few quick points from California here to start. They are on the hunt to force the Dream Breaker, and to me, it kind of feels like this is the top lineup for the Nashville Chefs. So we'll see if they're able to fend off the Dream Breaker again.
I think that's right, and honestly, I mentioned earlier that Juan is coming off of a nice weekend in Atlanta. He and his partner took Hayden Patriquin and Kate Fahey to a really close third game in Atlanta. And Juan is a mixed man. He plays really big in these mixed games, and I think is going to be taking up a lot of court, as you just saw there. That didn't work out for him, but he's long and he's aggressive and he moves really quickly. So I think we can see a lot of fast points from that side of the court. Lucky bounce off the tape for California.
And back to your point about Juan being so aggressive, it seems to me every time he steps in, after he hits a rally-ending shot, he's immediately looking down at his feet, like he's trying to push the limit of how close he can get into the kitchen.
Yep. Yeah, he's got his toes very, very close to that line. Looking to use his length as much as he possibly can. So Chefs on the board now, 1-3.
In one time in, 0-0-2.
Oh, good. Good cover in the middle there, but Scarpa just a little too quick on that. Got Lina in the shoulder.
Point, 2-3-2.
Yeah, there's that length from Juan. I think the key for the Black Bears here is going to be to be as aggressive as possible and rack up as many points as they can every time they have the serve, because Juan's aggressive play will play more in their favor, I think, when they've got the ball and can hit like a big third and big fifth.
And maybe that length from Juan just make those thirds that much more difficult for the Chefs.
Yeah, so that's a big hold for the Chefs there, I think. And as we saw on the Chefs' prior possession, I think Juan maybe gets a little bit, I don't want to say neutralized, but a little bit neutralized when he's up at the kitchen. As long as they keep that ball low. Really good return. That just right on the inside of the baseline in that back corner.
2-3-2.
Juan actually originally was drafted to the Hustlers. He was the third male pick on the Hustlers and got scooped up by the Black Bears in this recent trade window.
Great ball.
right, so big hold there for the Black Bears. We're tied up at 3. Wow. Incredible digs.
Taking over the middle, but that time not with power, with placement.
Yeah, kind of faked out Scarpa there a little bit, I think, looking like he was going to go middle with power and instead went wide with finesse and a big play there. 5-3. Covers so much court.
5-3-1.
And that time the players called it out.
Watch the wind, watch the wind. 5-3-2.
Overcooked by Scarpa, looking to go wide there. So Black Bears up 6-3 at the end change. Quick end change. Quick end change compared to that prior kind of grindy mixed game. But all right, here we go, 6-3-2.
Where did he hit that ball from?
His knee?
It almost looked like it was behind him.
Down by his knee. It did look behind him.
And we are just 4 points away from a dream breaker here.
Make that 3. Maddie called it earlier. He's hoping for a dream breaker. Let's see if we can get it.
I mean, who doesn't love a dream breaker? Being back in Austin, where the dream breaker was created, we have to have dream breakers.
There it is. It's another one.
We were just marching towards this thing.
Honestly, I love watching a dream breaker, but they make me nervous. Even if I don't have a dog in the fight, don't know anyone on the court.
After being reviewed, the outcall stands.
Outcall stands.
And Nashville, you lose 1 free video challenge.
We will now refrain from commenting on whether balls were in or out.
The out call stands, and I also stand corrected. 9-3-2 here.
Time in. 10-3-2.
10-3.
10-3-2.
182.
Scarpa said, not yet, buddy. So side out here, holding off game point. 3-10.
10-1.
There's one.
8-2-1.
There's one. Let's go.
You can't ask me.
And it looks like we are going to have that be called in. Another little bit of conversation there. They weren't quite sure what to do.
8-2-2.
And finally, after a few close line calls, that one is finally one I feel confident about.
Yep.
4-10-2.
9-2-2.
I got it.
2-9-1.
I love it. I love it. Let's go.
Looked like Juan got away with one there to me, but nonetheless earns them a pair of game point opportunities.
Yep.
2-9-2.
Wow. That ball stays in.
Up here, we're going to have Rafa Hewett versus Marshall Brown, followed by Juan versus Anderson Scarpa. As Rafa takes his first one. Then we'll have Layne Sleeth versus Michelle Esquivel, and finally Lina Padegimaite versus Ewa Radzikowska.
1-0.
Here we go. Stay low weight. All good, Rafa. Let's go.
Also quick Quick distinction here for the Dream Breaker. These are rally scoring. So every rally, someone will get a point. And this is going to be played to 21.
And we do have the win on serve still a factor.
Yes. Just wide. Just wide from Rafa.
These last points in a set always feel like the high leverage moments. You can take a 2-2 or a 3-1. The difference between that is massive.
Yeah.
And sure enough, we get the split here, so all even heading into the second line.
Yeah, and honestly, on that replay, it looked like the ball maybe had caught the tape earlier from Rafa's shot, but that might have just been a replay complexity. Big play from Juan there.
3-2.
How about the little fist bump there?
Yeah. Juan has showman energy for sure. Nice volley from Scarpa there.
Great ball, Scarpa.
3-4.
That goes long, so Scarpa keeps it at 2-2. So we are now tied at 4-4.
So the men looking evenly matched, but we'll see if either of the women lines can swing it early.
4-4.
Wow. Great hustle from Layne. Michelle really doing a good job of moving her around the court there.
But you have to imagine, you know, in a singles match, that's a good strategy, but in these short bursts, fatigue definitely less of a factor.
Let's go, Layne. Let's go, Layne. OG vet. Let's go.
6-4.
Second serve.
And that time the hustle from Layne paying off as she's able to put that one past Michelle Esquivel.
5-6.
Side out.
There we go, another evenly split.
We've seen 2-2, we've seen 4-4, we've seen 6-6.
Go, Lina.
6-6.
0-0-2.
Yes, Lina. Yes, Lina. Let's go, Bears. Let's go, Bears. Let's go, Lina. Here we go, Bears.
7-6.
Yes, Lina.
Smart lead from Lina there, as Eva pulls that a little bit wide.
1-0-2.
It's all you, Ella. Let's go. Come on.
8-6.
Three straight for Lina here to start this.
2-0-2.
9-6.
Point.
And how about that, a singles firefight at the kitchen?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a really fun point up at the kitchen.
Eva's able to stave off the 4-0. Sometimes in Dream Breakers, especially when you get into the fourth lineup where it's your players that maybe aren't playing as many singles, just avoiding the 4-0 can do
Yeah.
wonders.
Yeah, absolutely, especially just for confidence going into the next round too.
Second serve.
Side out, point 10.
0-3-2.
10-7.
Point.
All right, so the teams will switch ends at 11. Marshall looking to get as close to Rafa as he can here. 9-10.
Go one here, Rob.
9-10.
And we get a yes, chef. The call is out. There was a little bit of not dialogue, but eye contact, almost deciding if it was out or not. But
Yeah, Marshall encouraged Rafa to challenge it, so I think Marshall was pretty confident in that out call.
just like that, the previous 3-1 is undone, 10-10.
Yeah. Long serve, so that gives California 11 first. We'll switch ends.
Seconds. Time in. 11-10.
That's the Scarpa right there. Here we go. Here we go. That's the Scarpa. Let's go.
11-11.
Wow, and the length there from Benitez. Able to defend his line and force the air off Scarpa.
Yeah. Sends the ball back, but it's his serve. Oh! Brutal. So we're tied up at 12.
And I heard someone shouting out, use it, use it. What else can you do?
Yeah. All right, let's see if one of these teams can start to pull away a bit. That's wide for Michelle.
14-12.
3-3-2.
Wow. Really nice cross-court shot.
And Layne
Sleeth
trying to play
oh. Oh. I'm wrong. That was called out. I missed the out call. Wow. Oh, big play from Esquivel there.
tied up heading into the final round before we get into the third set of matchups between these teams.
Great pass there from Lina. A lot of energy and a fist bump there, pumping herself up.
Stay on the left. 3-4-2.
Kind of an unfortunate bounce there.
And this is the first I'm hearing from the Black Bears bench in terms of chanting or kind of
Yeah,
organized cheering.
yeah, Benitez looking to give Lina a little energy here. Really nice ball from Ewa.
Here we go. Ready for that court. Let's go. Let's go, Mama Bear, right here.
15-16.
4-4-1.
Oh, man.
This is so close. So we're tied up at 16.
16-16.
so evenly matched.
17-16.
10, 6-4-2.
Immediate out call from Rafa and a challenge
And a
from
quick
the Chefs.
challenge. Oh,
After review, the outcall stands.
out call stands.
Redemption for me.
Well done, Maddie Pickles.
We'll resume play at 17-17.
And with that overturn, we are all knotted up again. This one has been neck and neck the whole way. No team had a lead larger than 3 at any point.
Big play from Hewett. All right. Brown doesn't let Rafa pull away. Tied up at 18.
And we are officially within the range of being able to close this out with a single lineup.
Yep. If someone can get 3 in a row here. This is a big point here. I mean, they're all big, but. All right, match point on the paddle of showman Juan Benitez.
20-18.
Wow.
That'll do it.
There it is. Well done by the Black Bears, getting their first dub of this Challenger season and 2 points on the board for their point total. Really great game.